If you were using clinical records, then a summary prescription will be automatically created in this form so that it can be viewed from the front of house team. It also includes any clinical notes or dispensing and handover notes input in the clinical records. If you are not using iClarity clinical records, then prescriptions for a patient are entered in the prescription area. With the patient active, click on the RX button. You will be presented with a summary RX form. If this is the first time that a prescription has been entered for this patient, you will be presented with a new blank form. If the patient has already got a prescription, then you must click the New button to create a new RX form. This will make the available fees box appear, and it will populate with today's date. There's a checkbox to register if the patient has been referred, and a drop-down list for the optometrist that carried out the sight test. The recall scheme can be selected from this drop-down list, and the type of appointment. The recommendation that the patient left with, the next due date will automatically populate based on the exam date and the recall scheme. This can be overridden if need be. If the patient has had an NHS sight test and they've come early, you can select an early recall code here. To remove the early recall code, click on the Remove button. The patient's previous prescription will be displayed at the top. This will be greyed out. The patient's prescription from today's eye exam can be entered in the white boxes. To enter prisms, click in the prism box. This will open a new window. You can copy the distance prism into the near prism box by using the copy button. Or if the near prism is different to the distance, you can click in the box to open the window. There is space for unaided vision to be recorded, binocular unaided vision, binocular corrected vision, and binocular near vision, as well as space for the tested back vertex distance. Any clinical notes can be recorded here. You can also record dispensing and handover notes. The available fees box. Any fees that are available are in the top box and the selected fees are in the bottom box. This is linked to the type of appointment. If a private eye exam is selected, a private eye examination fee will be displayed. NHS type is selected, an NHS test fee will be displayed. These can be changed manually by double-clicking on selected fees to remove them and double-clicking on available fees to select them. From within this page, you can create and store and retrieve documents. To create a document, click on the Create Document button. This will show you a list of all of the documents that are available to be merged with iClarity, such as a prescription. Click on Generate. Depending on how the document is set up in iClarity, it will either automatically save to patient folders, or it will open for you to edit and save, or it will automatically print. The Store Document button allows you to save a document on your computer to the patient folder. Click on the Store Document button, navigate to the document you would like to save, and then click Open. This will open the Store File window. If you require, you can edit the name of the file at the top before it saves to the patient record. There are 4 tick boxes. Add date and patient ID to the name will add the date and the patient ID to the name of the document when it's saved. Delete original file. Ticking this will delete the original file, so you do not need to store 2 copies or manually go back and delete the original off your computer. Save as Patient Portrait. Patient Portrait is used to save a picture of the patient which can be accessed from the front form of the patient record. Convert .docx to PDF. This will convert a Word document to a PDF on saving. You will get a message to say that the file has saved successfully. You also have the option to scan and store a document from a linked scanner directly into the patient folder. Click on the Scan and Store button. This will start up the linked scanner. You will be presented with the scanner options, for example, colour picture, grayscale picture, black and white picture or text. Click on Scan. Once completed, a Store File window will appear. Enter the name of the file at the top before it saves to the patient record. There are 2 tick boxes. Adding the date and patient ID to the name and saving as a patient portrait. Underneath is a box which lists the folders with the patient file that the document could be saved in. This helps organise patient documents. If there is an appropriate folder for the file you are saving, tick the box next to the folder name, then click OK. You can also retrieve documents by clicking on the Retrieve Document button. This will open a Windows Explorer window showing the documents saved to the patient's file. Double-clicking on a document will open, allowing you to view and/or print another copy. If the Retrieve Document button is grey, then there are no documents saved to the patient's file. If the Retrieve Document button is pink, this signifies that there are documents saved to the patient's file. Show animation. Clicking on the Show Animation button will open a menu of links to videos. Clicking on a link will open the web page that the video is hosted on. This menu of videos is created in the maintenance module of your iClarity system. Once all of the appropriate information has been recorded, click on Save. Once saved, the patient account will be updated with any fees, and the front of the patient's record will be updated with details of the visit. From this screen, you can switch to a contact lens prescription form, or the dispense module. This will pull through the details of the prescription. We also have a supervisor sign-off button. Pre-reg and student optometrists can have their prescription signed off by a supervisor. Once the prescription has been saved, click on the supervisor sign-off button. The supervisor signing off the examination should enter their iClarity password. This will change the button to say who the examination was signed off by. There is also a button to save the record and load patient claims. If in the future you need to duplicate this prescription, there is a duplicate button. This creates a copy of the selected prescription, including the fields at the top of the form.